What's up, world? Sam here. I'm going to do a quick video, a little bit of a rant about racking a shotgun in home defense. Um, there's a big kind of argument between instructors about whether or not you should rack the shotgun in order to scare off an intruder. Um, the main argument against it is that if you rack your shotgun, then you're giving away your location, and also you're starting off without a round in the chamber going into a gunfight. Um, I don't agree with that. I respect the opinion. I understand where it comes from. I just don't agree with it. Reason being, if you rack a shotgun and someone comes at you, you're dealing with a much more serious situation than your average burglar or even home invaders. People don't break into homes looking for a fight. They break into homes to steal stuff. They want soft targets or no resistance whatsoever. Usually the houses are scouted out in order to see whether or not there is resistance. If it's not, they're just kind of hoping for the best. They have a real predatory mentality when they're breaking into your house. All right, when a lion takes down a gazelle, they're not really expecting a whole lot of fight. And that's what they're kind of thinking. Now, study after study has shown, and interview after interview with criminals who are in prison have shown that criminals fear an armed victim more than they fear the law, the police, anything like that. So when you rack a shotgun, they know what that is. 9 times out of 10, they're going to get out. In that one time where they'll actually come towards you after you rack that shotgun, you're either dealing with someone who has some pretty serious intent, or you're dealing with someone who's out of their mind, whether they're just crazy or they're on drugs or something like that. Two big reasons I'm for racking a shotgun and why I don't agree with the statistics or not the statistics, the opinions otherwise of not racking it. One, most people want to avoid a fight. If you rack the shotgun, they run away, fantastic. You avoided the fight. Days one, nothing to worry about whatsoever. Two, if someone's in that house and they're out of their mind, they're in that like small percentage of people who are going to go towards a shotgun, then good. Not good that they're in their house and they're coming after you, but good that if you have someone else in the house, like a kid or something like that, then instead of them going after someone who can't defend themselves, they're going after the one person in the house who is the most dangerous to the intruder, which is going to be you. And a shotgun is very effective. Even if you're whacked out of your mind on drugs, with good loads in that shotgun, it's going to knock them over. It's a really good threat stopper. So here I have my personal shotgun. It's not loaded, nothing in the chamber. You can see the follower. I'm going to kind of demonstrate some stuff for you. The other thing about racking a shotgun, if you've done it, the theory is that you've given your position away. But at no point should you make a noise and stay in the same spot. So if you roll off your bed, you grab your shotgun, you rack it, and that doesn't work to deter the threat. Then you should already be moving anyways. All right. It could be to another corner of the room. It could be working your way out of the room. It could be behind the bed where you have concealment. Difference between cover and concealment is cover stops bullets, concealment just hides you. Um, you're not really going to find a lot of concealment in a house. Couches don't stop bullets, beds don't stop bullets. So, or I'm sorry, you won't find cover in a house. But you can find concealment. So let's say you roll out of bed, get your shotgun, you rack it, and you're the only person in the house, or the only other person in the house is right next to you. Make them go somewhere else. All right. If they're armed, great. They're your backup. If they're not, then make them go out of the line of fire. And then you hunker down behind your bed. Or you get into that corner where you have that clear view of the doorway in case anyone comes through it. All right. I'm going to show you how to do that. What you've effectively done is, if your threat isn't deterred, you just set a trap. You have the home field advantage. They might know where you were or the general room that you were in, but they got no idea where in that room you are. And as soon as they've come through that door and you identify them as a threat, boom. All right, it's game over for them. They have no advantage right there. That leads into kind of one of the accessories. I always recommend that someone has a flashlight on their gun. So as soon as you see a figure or something, you turn that flashlight on, you can identify that it's not your teenager who just decided to come in. Or your drunk friend who came over. I don't know. So yeah, you've set that trap, and it's game over for them. There's also the theory that racking the shotgun takes too long. By the time you bring that shotgun up to bear, you can rack it. It takes no extra time. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. Last thing, there's a legality mindset you have to kind of think about. This theory of not wanting to give your position away comes from a kind of a tactical mindset that a lot of military and police people have. Now, military and police people are expecting resistance. They're going after dangerous people. You're not doing that in your house. If you have to protect someone, if you have to go down the hallway to protect like your kid who's in the other room, then maybe you'll do that. All right, but don't just like hunt people down because they're in your house. Reason being is there in a lot of states. In Ohio, it used to be that you had what's called a duty to retreat, which means if someone's in your house, you're supposed to try to get away from them before you use deadly force on them. That's still the case in a lot of states. So someone breaks in your house, you rack that shotgun, and they come towards you. No prosecutor on earth is going to be able to argue that someone who ran at a shotgun was the victim after they broke into your house, you tried to scare them away, and then they came after you. There's no case against you at that point, and some states get really stupid about prosecuting people who are protecting their house. That goes back to knowing your laws. So real quick, I'm going to show you what I would do when someone breaks into my house. Obviously, I'm not in my bedroom. I'm out on my porch, and I have my couch, and I have my shotgun. So I'll show you that real quick. So I'm going to sleep. Good night. Oh no, someone's breaking my house. What? Who's that? Oh shit, I don't want them in my house. have moved away from where they thought I was. I'm not over there anymore. If they come through that door or that door, then I am behind that chair that you can't see, apparently, or I am behind my bed. And they have just moved directly into my line of fire. All I need to know is that they're a threat, and I am authorized to use whatever force necessary to protect myself and my family and my home. So, that's my take on using a shotgun. I wish I could have demonstrated that a little bit better. I could if I was filming from a full bedroom or whatever. And at some point, I'm going to actually have a model home where I'm going to get some Nerf guns, because don't shoot guns in houses if you don't have to. I'm going to get some Nerf guns and demonstrate a full walkthrough of how to clear a house, including that starting point over there where you wake up, you have to you rack your shotgun, and the threat stays in the home. All right, they might not come after you, but if they don't run out of the house, then they're in your house and they're still a threat, and you have to clear the house. And I'll show you how to do that. Until next time, live long and prosper.